Are you worried whether you can add extra word in your write from dictation from 7th of August? Can you swap and still get score? If these are the queries you have in your mind, then this video is for you. Hi everyone, this is Rashid and I'm from Ace Language. In today's video, I will be addressing one of the most burning concerns. In write from dictation, can we add extra words or just swap the words, that means do not maintain sequence, and get our score? Let's first look at what does Pearson say and whether it has changed or not. So now you can see the score guideline, both the current one and the new one from 7th of August on the screen. I marked down in red of the score guideline. Just take a look at it. It says 1 mark or 1 each correct word is spelled correctly. And this is same for both. That means under the current scoring guideline, it is written the same thing as you can see on the screenshot. As you can see, it's same in both currently existing scoring guideline and newly published scoring guideline that will be implemented from 7th of August. However, there are some teachers who are saying no, it has changed. In which regard? Let's first understand how the scoring works in write from dictation. The scoring works by identifying whether you wrote the correct word and is that spelled correctly. For example, if you are writing the word recent, R-E-C-E-N-T, and that spelling is correct, regardless of its position, whether you have written it, let's say, in position number 5 instead of position number 3, it should give you a score because that's sequencing has got nothing to do with your scoring. As you have just seen on the scoring guideline, it's not impacting. Another issue here is adding extra word. Let's say you have the word parent, P-A-R-E-N-T, but you actually are not sure whether it's a parent or parents. So you are confused. Our suggestion to students is this: please write both. The reason being, there is no negative marking for writing an extra word. Right, so far so good. I hope you are with me. This is what you've been trained and this is what you've been doing. However, with this marking criteria, I don't know where did this come from. Some of the trainers started to claim that if you add that extra word, you will lose mark, which doesn't make sense. And also, if you swap the position, you will lose mark. Now, this is quite bizarre because nowhere in Pearson's marking guideline has it been written. So I decided to put that into the test. What was the test, or what were the tests I actually carried out? I will just show you right now. Now let's take a look at the first test that actually created this baseline. If you look at the screen, you can see pretty easily what I did. I simply added 3 extra words in the first write from dictation in this test. And I swapped the sequence of 2 words in 2 places in second write from dictation, and in the third write from dictation I answered perfectly. I did a few other things. This particular test result I also presented in my previous video if you want to check it out, and I will also share it in the next video where I will actually reveal some amazing thing for you guys. Will be a great relief in my opinion. So take a look at amongst many things what happened here. I got 65 in writing and I got 82 in listening. So that got me thinking, what exactly was wrong? What if I only answered write from dictation properly with swapping and also with perfect sequencing, and what if I just change something else? That's exactly what happened in the next one. Take a look at the next one, guys. So in next one, what you will find that actually I got 45 in listening and 76 in writing. I did many things. I did not answer anything in speaking, so obviously I could not get a good score in writing, in listening. If you didn't know already, only from your speaking module, you get close to 45 or 46 marks on your listening. So yeah, that's very important. I did not answer many things. I actually answered, let me take a look at what I answered. I answered summarized written text in the old way, that copy pasting way. We'll talk about that at a later date. I only answered write from dictation. I also answered a bit, highlight incorrect words, but that's not the issue here. Only thing that I really changed here from the previous test is my essay. I wrote the essay perfectly in the new way, so that you can see my score for writing straight away increased without reducing anything, without actually doing anything else. That I changed my summarized spoken text, summarized written text. No, I kept them as it is. Now what I want you to do is to take a look at the next one that I want you to look at here. I kept everything as is. Like, I just answered highlight incorrect words, and also answered fill in the blanks in listening module. I did not change my essay from the previous one. That means I answered perfect essay. I kept the summarized written text as is. I kept the summarized spoken text as is. However, as you can see on the screen, I answered write from dictation perfectly. I did not add any extra word. I did not swap any words. That means I placed them into the right sequence. And my listening is still 45 and writing is still 76. That means if I swapped or I did not swap, I got the same score. That means even if I added extra word or if I answered them perfectly without adding extra word, I scored perfectly in write from dictation. That means you can now still add extra words if you feel like. I'm not suggesting you just randomly keep on adding extra words. If you are confused about the spelling of certain words, add that, right? And number two, if you are not certain about their position in the sentence, again, write that. Why? I'm going to explain it to you now. So by now you already understood my position. My position is if you think you need to add extra words to be certain, you can add that. If you think you cannot remember the sequence, rather than just leaving it behind, swap it if needed or place it where you think it is right and submit. Now, why doesn't this matter? Because the marking guideline is very clear here. Only if your word is right and that is spelled correctly, you get your score. It doesn't matter which sequence it has come up in, or it doesn't matter whether there are extra words. Now, why then I don't suggest people just randomly add words. A lot of students tell me, sir, can I randomly add words? My objection here is very simple. You know that Pearson has human check to some extent, and they specified 7 question types where they also specified which thing they will recheck. However, there is one more provision that a lot of students and people miss out. That is, they also said if there is any anomaly, they will recheck. Now, let's say it's a 10-word write from dictation, and you are adding 10, 20, 30 extra words. I've seen students answering with 30 extra words. Just imagine all sorts of different types of combinations and words and this and that. This is an anomaly. If this is an anomaly, then it will go to human, and then you will also find out that human starts judging you, because that's what we do. We human, we judge. So my verdict is, if you are confused about any word's spelling, add extra word. If you're not sure about the sequence of the word, don't worry, just write it down. Make sure that your spelling is correct, and you will be perfectly fine whether you are taking the test before 7th of August or after 7th of August. On that note, that's the end of today's video. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more amazing content regarding your PTE preparation in the next video. Thank you.